Hey guys, my name is Misc and welcome to Overwatch Central. So for today's video, it's another early midday one. We've got Jeff Kaplan answering a lot of questions on the forums. He went on a bit of an answering spree yesterday and I'm just gonna get right into it. We got some more concrete stuff in here and some more typical vague Jeff answers. But either way, we love them all, so I'm just gonna start running through the big ones first and then come to the more vague ones later. Let's get into it. So first up, we have some details on Season 4 and Season 5. This is kinda interesting to us. We got a video coming up talking about our Season 4 experience, but just questions around Season 4 and Season 5 and basically the next season always tend to appear around this time of a current competitive season. So Jeff answers someone asking when Season 4 will end, and Jeff says Season 4 will come to close towards the end of May. The competitive play card will update with a timer later in the month with the exact time. Season 5 should start around the 1st of June. Now this is interesting because if we look at a calendar here, we can see that the 1st of June is actually on a Thursday. And a lot of the time the competitive seasons has started on the Tuesday to Wednesday night, but either way we seem to be having a Wednesday to Thursday night from the 31st to the 1st now, and this is of course for us Europeans. For you Americans it tends to start just in the afternoon. But either way, if this is the case that it will start on the night from the 31st to the 1st, I assume that we will have the off-season start on the 24th to 25th, that night, basically 1 week earlier. So if I were you guys, I would expect the season to end around the 24th or the 25th of May, and that for Season 5 to start on the night of the 31st to the 1st of June. Alright, we're moving on to the next topic, which is a big one, the ETA on the Sombra sitting emote. Someone went on the Blizzard forums and asked when there would be a Sombra emote, as we've had quite a few content patches since Sombra was released and not a Sombra sitting emote in sight. Jeff Kaplan is the first one to respond to this one actually, and just says it's coming in the next major content patch. Now we don't know when the next major content patch really is, that's why Jeff Kaplan doesn't really give us a date, but we have been waiting for the Sombra sitting emote for a while, so it's just good to hear that it's coming finally. As for this major content patch, it might be this rumored anniversary event around the 24th. I guess it would line up kind of well with the off-season start as well and an update around that time, but hey, who knows? It could be a content patch much later into June or something like that. I'm not gonna try to confirm anything here because I simply can't. But either way, the Sombra sitting emote is coming. Next up we have another very interesting one. This one's about the PTR. Basically someone brings up the current PTR changes for discussion, says they disagree with a lot of the changes, and Jeff Kaplan comes in to say that they're just not gonna go live today, and this was yesterday of course. We're still testing on the PTR, we constantly evaluate changes, so yes, we're looking at them closely. Right now, we're mostly okay with things, minus a few bugs. We are looking at the change to Orisa's damage however, and we'll likely make changes to the tuning on the PTR. And then he also goes on to ask the initial poster, do you have more specific feedback beyond that you disagree with the changes? And this is good to see honestly. A lot of people have been a bit worried about the PTR, the latest update that is, as there was no real way to tell if Blizzard were just gonna throw these changes straight onto the live servers or if they were gonna have a second think about it. They never really commented much about it either, and the Orisa damage change is interesting to me here, as Orisa is a hero that has been kind of difficult to bring into the game properly, and there's been a lot of discussion if whether or not she should be buffed, nerfed or changed or reworked in some sort of way. Now the latest PTR patch changed her quite a lot, but what if they're looking to change her again? Who knows where she'll end up? Either way, it's definitely very interesting to keep an eye on. We'll let you know as soon as there are any PTR changes, especially if they include any Orisa changes. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Next post is more of a fun one. I'd like to not just confirm anything at all here, because just having an idea and having Jeff Kaplan appreciate that idea doesn't necessarily mean that that will be put into the game, despite what some people may think. Either way, a person here has gone on the Blizzard forums and suggested gun game as a mode for Overwatch. Now if you're not familiar with gun game, it's present in a lot of FPS games. It's basically that every time you get a kill, your weapon changes. In this case, I assume that you'd get a kill and your hero would change. It's a very interesting concept that I think could work for Overwatch quite well, and Jeff Kaplan seems to think so too, as he answers, we're big fans of gun game. We'd love to try something like this at some point. So yeah, who knows, maybe we're getting gun game eventually, maybe not. Either way, Jeff Kaplan likes the idea. But the Overwatch team do have a lot to work on, and there's a lot of things that Blizzard and Jeff Kaplan specifically have said that they like, but haven't really implemented just yet. They've been working on a replay system for forever, which they still are working on and will still implement, as Jeff Kaplan highlighted in another post yesterday. But either way, back to gun game, cool idea, I like it, hopefully we'll see it someday. Last up we have a very short and vague post, but I thought I'd include it anyway. It's just a user on the Blizzard forums asking if the destroyed airport on Numbani will just stay destroyed, or if it'll be fixed at some point. Jeff Kaplan is the first one to answer yet again and says, have you ever tried to find a good contractor? Now this is of course a joke from Jeff Kaplan saying that they can't find a good person to fix the Numbani airport and repair everything, but it might also be a hint and Jeff letting us know that the Numbani airport will indeed stay this way. And I'd be fine with that. I feel like it's a good way to keep these little bits of lore here and there rather than just remove them entirely. So yeah, I'm all for keeping that stuff. Like I said at the start of the video though, this is a bit of a typical Jeff answer right here. Alright, that is all for this video though. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more Overwatch content and like this video if you did enjoy it and if you enjoyed Jeff's answers overall. I'd like to also highlight that all of the links to all of these posts are in the description. Just check the sources. We always post our sources in the description if we don't forget to randomly. Thanks again for watching. I do really like when Jeff goes on these answering sprees. It's a lot of fun to read and he gives us a lot of insight a lot of the time into development and thought process behind developing the game. So yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video. That's all for now though. Until next time, take care and we'll see you then.